My name is Alberto Sanna, I'm a pianist, I'm from Sardinia, Italy, and I'm 24 years old. I started playing the piano when I was 6. I remember that I was fascinated by listening to my brother, who had at the time already learned how to play the piano. Very often I was listening to the music of the great composers and I wanted to learn how to play their works. Mozart, Beethoven, Schubert, Haydn, Chopin. Those were my musical heroes and I was totally in love with their music. The one piece that made me decide to start my musical studies was the Haydn D major piano concerto, which at the time my brother was playing. So I entered the conservatory of my town when I was 8 years old and I studied there until I graduated at the age of 17. After finishing my school studies, I decided to pursue music in my life as a profession without knowing for sure where this would bring me. I have good memories from my 10 years in my Italian conservatory. I had the chance to study and learn from my first teacher, who has always given me the possibility to experiment and to develop my own musical taste and my personal style of playing. Besides teaching me how to play the piano, she taught me to search always for the truth and to ask why. Things changed when I moved first to Berlin and then to Los Angeles in 2015 for my bachelor degree. I got the possibility to study in a great school with one of the most renowned pianists and teachers in the world. At the beginning, it was like living a dream. This school and this teacher, along with the collaborations with my colleagues, were certainly going to help me to become the musician that I wanted to become. I ended my first year in Los Angeles playing Rachmaninoff, Scriabin, Prokofiev, Brahms, and so on. Suddenly, I got a message that I could actually consider myself a modern trained pianist with a technique that enabled me to play the majority of pieces written in piano history. And then, finally arriving there, I dove more and more into developing something else that seemed important to me. My musical taste and a true understanding of the score. Again, I wanted to continue my research for the why. But that road was not open. Whenever I shared doubts with my teacher, gave hints to him that I would have really much appreciated to experiment with some thoughts, I felt more and more reluctance from his part. My teacher's ideas were great, as he is a truly great pianist, but I felt like they didn't match what I saw in the score and what I felt. The reason was simple. Most of the times, my ideas of tempi were considerably slower than his, and every time I was asked to play at the speed that today's pianists are supposed to play. And in fact, I did so. I was only 20 years old, in a great conservatory with a great teacher. I wanted to absorb all the knowledge that I could possibly get, but at the end, as a matter of facts, there was no room for developing any critical approach to play that music that I wanted to explore. I had to fit in the system, play like everyone else without having any answer to all my questions. And my question was always the same. How do you decide the tempo of a piece? What are the criteria that I should use to know the exact speed? And why would a composer write all these amazing details if at the end, in case he really wanted their work to be played at that speed, you cannot hear even half of them? So I started looking at the metronome marks left by composers, since that would have been logically the best way to reconstruct how the authors of these works actually conceived their music to be played. And since tempo is the most important factor that dictates all the other aspects of performance. My feeling was that it should have been the first thing to be discussed at lesson. And so I started to question my teachers of this international and very known school about these speed indications and about the fact that they were also incredibly fast, if not unplayable, not even by the most accomplished pianist. I have never received a satisfying answer. Metronome broken, ideal goal speed, or lighter instruments maybe that could allow this. In other words, no answer, and again, no answer. My healthy why attitude became just a frustrating journey that made me feel completely out of the system. And then, the 23rd of August 2018, right when I came to Los Angeles to start my last year of bachelor, I saw this. This video appeared on my YouTube page. I remember that. I was in my room and I was unpacking my suitcase. After hearing this, I actually had to stop doing what I was doing and I had to sit on my chair. That music was so powerful and overwhelming that I still cannot find the words today to describe it. Suddenly, I felt like I was trapped in Los Angeles. I just wanted to fly back to Europe and meet him. Who was this guy? I wanted to know more. So I started digging into this channel, and this has been my best music life companion in an environment where I was certainly lacking answers and musical stimuli. The whole beat practice was indeed clarifying to me many of the doubts that I had during most of my musical studies. So I started challenging myself by playing most of the works of 19th century that had metronome numbers. And even when I thought, this piece is extremely difficult at this speed, or this sounds odd, instead of giving up, I worked on it, on that metronome mark given by the composer himself, for days, weeks, and months, with the only goal of make that piece work. This was a huge paradigm shift for me. For the first time in my life, I felt like I was really taking into consideration every aspect of the score, including those metronome numbers that were apparently always too fast. And then, all those indications on the score, and those details, notation, harmonic changes, rhythm, pulse, started not only to make sense, but also to open the doors of a new world to me. Having completed my studies in Los Angeles, I decided to start a new chapter of my life. I decided to start a journey that will reconnect my real musicianship to the guy that I was, the guy who was still asking for the why. A journey that won't be easy, that won't lead to fame or money, but a journey that connects my inner musician to my feeling of doing the right thing, which is honoring these composers by bringing the real beauty that has been for such a long time put in a corner and completely ignored by the musical world. And here I am, sharing my experience with all of you of my musical journey, revisiting the repertoire that I have already studied, learning new works, and playing on these beautiful instruments.
Fortepiano.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's why you like that.
extension we are talking
As you
about.
see the hammerheads, they're a little bit eaten,
Yeah,
but still, I mean, there's original.
but there's no
imprint.
This has never been played.
No,
because like there's no sign or voicing.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can also see the strings print here.
Yeah.
And what else do you have there?
Well, this is the action. You could actually take it out like almost nothing.
These are a single bar, yeah. These are single piece
Yeah.
of.
Yeah.
Is this wood?
This is wood, yeah.
Okay.
So, and 6.5 octaves. Huh? So this is the. Oh, you just lay it here, so it's broken.
It's completely broken. Okay.
Yeah. So this is the compass of the Fritz and Frenzel.
Okay.
6.5. So I think that's all you need.
So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more keys here.
These are added.
Okay. Well, this is perfect for Chopin and Schumann also, if you want to.
Well, Grieg said that.
A lot of new music is about to come, as well as new videos with Wim and me, with a single goal of inspiring you in your musical and personal journey as a musician and as a music lover. A new world is just waiting for you, as it is waiting for me. So join me on this journey and let's do this together on this channel. So come on board, subscribe if you haven't done yet, and hit the bell to stay tuned on the last updates. Thanks for watching, and you will see me again here very soon. Bye.
Zo zal het wel genoeg zijn, zeker?
Enough video, enough play. Totally fake.
Oh. Zet jij hem af, want ik durf dat niet.
Okay, put that right into your computer.